Hello everybody and welcome back to the Highland Fishing Expansion on Kinlaig. So in the previous episode we put down this chicken pasture. I did forget to put the chickens in, so we have bought them, which extending the pasture we now have 457. So we probably shouldn't have sold all our barley. But anyways, that's we know now. One thing I'm very glad of is this area here. As I'd said previously, we had tried to remove, without going Giant's editor, I had tried to remove everything, and you could bar the skip. The skip we could get rid of the collision, but the skip wouldn't remove. So what better way to what better place of the use of the ground than to put a chicken pasture here and put this within the pasture. So I think that looks quite cool and is very in keeping. So we need to go and find this, because I believe this will be the best tractor for the job, because we are struggling massively to get up the hill with the JCB. And as you can see, we've had a lot of wood products be spawned, and there's still a load more. So we've predominantly got wooden planks here, which I believe will not be able to be all sold at the castle, which is absolutely fine. We will take as much as what we can do without trying to tip. Oh, I'm stuck on the weight there. So in here we do have we've got 3,000 beams still ready to be produced, and there is only 7 and a bit thousand wood chips. So it doesn't give us a lot of wood chips for what it's doing, but the amount of timber it's giving us, just look at all that there. That is a ridiculous amount. But right, we'll make our way up to the castle, see if anything's changed there, and you can see why I'm just going to jump cut this. Slowly but surely we will get there, and you can see the scaffolding that's gone even higher, so I imagine all the wooden products are going to just be on the scaffolding to begin with. And we're going to have to, I imagine, do something to do with stonework. Right, let's get that. There's 178,000 there. So, let's just have a look to see what this production is doing. Castle stones. Okay, let's have a look at here. Where are we going to? Is there a production for it? Like what? Let's go to here. Quarry, so that gives us big stones. Where is stonemason? So what do we need? We need big stones. So we need to go and the quarry. So that needs water, okay, right? So if we go to 235, okay, no, that's fine, we'll get that. So what does the quarry need? Oh, it just needs water. Okay, that's not too bad of a job. Where can we wooden beams? Let's just look at getting the rest of... Do we do that, or do we just leave them here? Let's leave them here for now, and let's find the quad bike. So, if we take this to the quarry... Oh, this isn't going very well at all. I am stuck. Okay, we won't take the quad bike. We will take that off. Let's pull this into our shed. I wish there's more we could do with this, because I really do like this. And we will then go and find the JCB, which we can then put the water trailer on. So the JCB, which is here, so let's drop that off. Let's go get the water trailer, and we'll take that down to the quarry and see what's happening. So I believe this is where we're going. Oh, do we have to bring stones here? Okay. I'm slightly concerned of what we're going to have to do. So let's bring the water, which... Why? Ah, I'm still on the pallets, so there. Let's put the water in. And let's now go on to the productions. So the quarry, let's activate that. And I wonder where the stones are going to come out from. So that's full. I would say we'd put a water point down, but there is one just there. If that's easily accessible at any point, we can just get water from there, save a bit of money. And I don't understand, what's this for? Over here. I would say it'd be tipping stones from the fields, but it doesn't look like that could be. Ooh, what's up here? That's a nice little ramp for us. So this must be where our production's taking all the stone from. Which is quite nice, to be fair. You would have thought there'd be a bit more machinery around here, though. So after we've got this, for the castle, let's go up to here. So it's castle stones, missing 10,000 litres. So we then need the stonemason, which if we visit here, £350,000. Oh, it just gets more and more expensive, doesn't it? Oh, right. Let's find wooden beams and planks where we can sell the remainder of these. So wooden beams are the windmill, but we can't sell to the windmill because we don't own the land. So, and the castle's the best place, so we've got to go warehouse 88. So the warehouse it is. So it's tag place there, and where is? I always click on the calendar for some reason. So it is here. So if we go down our road, we should end up right there. I'm loving all these tents and whatnot laid about all over. And one thing I'd like to find, I don't want to actively go and hunt for them, but I would love to go and see, to find a collectible, just to see what they are. Because I can't imagine what they would be. But anyways, it would be lovely to see them. So let's get this in here and sell that. So that's another £67,000, which before I forget, one that's a... Oh, you're kidding. Right. I've just bought... What's that? 350. What is our biggest tractor? It's 3. Right. We can power that. It's a direct drill, seed and fertiliser. And we've just bought ours. How much is ours if we were to go and sell it? We'll get 90, so that would pay it now. I was hoping to avoid going down this route, but it's looking like it's inevitable that there's no point passing it. We're getting double the width. We can pull it. Why would we pass it up? When I was hoping we would stick with sort of smaller machinery. There is also we can't pull that though. What's that, a disc harrow? And that's 12.2 metres, so that would come very much in handy. And the rear mower, we could do with that because our mower were only 6 metres. That would get us to 9.4, and it will windrow it. Right, what are we going to do here? I don't think I can pass that up. It makes no sense whatsoever, especially selling our drill. We're getting twice the width. Selling our drill, we're still making money. Right, we're going to have to buy that. We're going to buy this as well. Oh, I didn't want to go down this route. Right, let's get back to the farm. We'll get our seed drill. We will get our... Which is the best way to the farm here? This way, I would imagine. Yeah, we'll get our seed drill, take that, so we should get 100,000 back for that. That's really annoying. We'll sell our rear mower. Do we sell the front mower as well, or do we keep that? Because I'd quite like to keep them all the same. Oh, there's... Right, let me just have my little paddy with myself as we're going back. So I'm going to leave this here for the wooden beams, so I'll just drop that there for now. We will then we'll go put our seed drill on, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to reset the mowers. We'll sell both mowers so we get the same front mower as the rear mower that we've got. Oh look, we've already got eggs. Oh, I'm capped with that. I'm happy I did that way. Alright, there's a gate, and we will put this seed drill on, which was a complete waste of money now. Put this on, we'll take this down, sell, and then we'll start to try and bring everything else back up. What I'm going to do is I'll empty the seed and fertilizer out here, will probably be the better idea. Empty all that out here, we can then fill it all up with our new seed drill. Oh, and the whole reason why I was going on to here was to buy the onion planter. I thought we'd better get that sooner rather than later, especially if it's not too much money. 52, right. So what I wanted to buy, we can't actually buy just yet. So, we'll put this here and take that off. We will then go we'll put our new drill on. Put our new drill on first. There's some fertiliser here. There won't be a lot of fertiliser here, but there's some fertiliser here. So we can put that into the drill. So that means we can take that up. It was only 134 litres. I'll put our Macao mowers into the store and we'll get them sold. So first, the Pottinger, that's gone up by £9,000 just by bringing it to the store. So that's well worth doing. And I don't know if that's done us any better or not, but let's sell that. The mowers, repaint, we can't repair them, so we'll sell that. Repaint, and let's sell that. So now we should have enough money to buy the onion planter, which very much looking forward to using this. So we'll get that bought and leave that here. We'll take this up to the farm. We'll load it up with everything. Oh, I also need to buy before I forget. Which one? This one. So we'll buy this front mower so they are the same. Yeah, right. We'll get this up and then we will have to... I am jump cutting, loading all the timber. One, it's a lot easier for me to do so, and I think it's going to be something that will be it will get a bit sickening to watch all the time, which I am, considering we don't need any more timber at the castle. We will go to here, and we will change the output to selling, because we won't need them anymore. And let's have a look. Our fish, the young fish, they need some fish food, so we'll have to get some fish food up to them at some point. So let's put all this in here. We're going to have to leave. There's that bag of seed in here where the spreader is. We'll leave that, because then that can go to the onion planter, because I think it's a bit like the vegetables when you're doing your carrots and your red beet and that, where it doesn't take a lot of seed in it to fill it. But we can drive into the store, and we won't actually. I'll leave that because we do need something else to remember that we need to get. We need to get a planter, which I am looking at the one that does seed and fertiliser, because all our fields now are cultivated, which I'm just hanging on to that cultivator until we find something that's decent enough for us to keep. So, and I think this combine, unless a good one comes up in the sale and we have the money, I think we'll keep this combine for a little while, because we don't need anything flash really. So let's drop that off. We can go and put the wood trailer, the trailer back on for the wood. We can get that loaded up. And just out of interest, if we, for the planter, that's what we're looking for. So we can afford it, and by the time we sell all the wood, we will, we'll have more than enough money. So with the last of these beams on, we will take these down to the warehouse, get these sold, and then we can pick up the mowers and we can pick up the onion planters. Or we're probably best getting some fish food. Let's buy some fish food first, just so we don't forget on that one either. Where are we? Fish food. Let's do another 8 of them, which says 18,200, but then it goes up to 20,800. We will also need to, at some point, whether we do it now or not, is obviously buy these, and then obviously the harvester. I'm hoping after this first year we can then get a tatey planter, because I'd like to be able to use that harvester for, if we're buying it and spending all that money, there's no point having it just for onions. We might as well have it so that we can do onions and potatoes all at the same time. So we'll get this sold here. I'm sure this is where we were last time. I'm trying to remember now. Feels like an age ago. So there's 79,500. We should really... do we go spend... When can we put onions in the ground? That's what I need to know. I'd like to know. Onions. So we can put onions March, and we have soybeans that I'd like to plant, which they can go in, where's soybeans, April. So we can wait. We've got a little bit of time to wait before we put in them. There's nothing here. I would love to get, I would love to buy that, because I'm quite enjoying going down the excavator route. But I think at this moment in time, that would be a very much sort of an impulse buy and a silly purchase. So, and what's our quarry doing, just out of interest? Is that... So 500 litres of big stones. It'll be interesting to see whether we need to, whether we can bulk load them into a trailer, or whether we need to pick them up with a forklift. I'm just trying to think, what do we do with these? We've got 14,000 litres of... right. Selling, get all that to selling, because our offshore... Let's just visit that quickly. Well, it's not, it's obviously not full, but why is it not taking all these then? Oh, there we go. That's now filled it. So yeah, we can sell. I'll leave the fish at our farm. I'll leave them there, because then they can be taken to the offshore in the next month or two. Whilst all the others in the meantime, they can just be sold straight away, because I don't want to get too bogged down with having to, you know, collect things up all the time and sell them. It's why the wood is now on selling, so that we don't have to do that until the castle requires some more. But right, let's get to the store. I'll probably pick up some fish food with the tractor, pick up the fish food, bring that back to the yard, and then when we need the mowers, we can go and get them. We do need the onion planter back though at some point. So if we get these tipped into here, it's obviously 16,000 litres of fish food. I'm hoping those other 2 pallets, yeah, those other 2 pallets have gone like so. And let's just get all them in. And now let's have a look of where do we need this trailer again. I'm going to leave those fish there, those young fish. We don't need to load them up. But what we'll do is we'll put this trailer here, which has been reversed terribly. And now let's have a look. So the extra fish, have they been sold? Have they already gone? Oh, that's interesting. So we need to wait for the quarry. Oh, it's the young fish actually. So these ones here. So there's 24,000 litres of young fish to be sold. So there'll be quite a bit of money there. The offshore can keep building. So that's absolutely fine. We can leave them, and like I say, they're full. They could do with probably some fish food at some point, and the sawmill is absolutely fine. If we go look at the animals, sheep are fine. The cows, they need food. So to get them food, just trying to think, would it be worth, considering we have more money than we need, would it be worth telehandlers? 140,000. Should we buy ourselves a JCB? That's where I'm sort of thinking. Let's just have a look at... I think I prefer the trailer borg over the BKT. Because if we buy that, that can stay at the farm all the time. And then it means that the JCB, because the JCB is currently down at the quarry, and we can afford this. Right. Do we bite the bullet now and do it because the cows need feeding? I think not yet. Is my opinion. Not yet. Let's go get this. We'll bring this back. We can give the cows some water if they need it, and we can also use the front loader to get the hay bales that are up at the top in our top grass field, which, to be fair, that could do with having a cut as well at some point, because it shouldn't be too far away. And it all depends whether we need to get another water bowser to stay down here, which, annoyingly, there's this fence which we can't get to the water by the looks of it. But if we put down one of our placeables, it shouldn't cost us too much money, and the convenience, I think, will be it'll be unparalleled. So first things first, if they need some water, they can have some. Which, do they? Yeah, they need a drop. So we'll take this up to the top, we'll get this load of water, we'll bring some bales down. I'm thinking that in time, this area here, we'll sell it and put a big cattle barn there. I think that would probably be a lot better use of the area. Whether we stay, well, I say whether we stay, I definitely want to stay with Highland cows because they're all part of this map. I don't want to go into milking, I don't think, so we'll stick with them. Whilst I was here moving bales around for the cows, I thought I might as well prepare for the next time we'll need some. And the sheep, they don't seem to be eating very much, which leads me to think, is there many sheep in here, or could we buy a few more to fill it up? So the sheep barn, yeah, we've got 16, only a 32, that's interesting. So what do we have? Black Welsh Mountain. So how many can we get? 16. So let's buy them. That fills that up, and I might as well go have a look down here and see how many are in here. So we have, whoa, that's a huge pasture. So 112, but yet we can only do 6,000 water and 11,250 food. That doesn't seem that doesn't seem right at all. Okay, well, I'm going to leave them as it is and hope for the best. Or if they're slowly breeding, we won't use very much. And then, like I say, we'll remove this. We'll put a big cow barn here, and then we can take the rest of the pasture in with that. So I believe we may be able to move on again. So the chickens are well fed, sheep are well fed, cows are well fed. Production wise, we've got plenty of wood. Offshore could do with some fish food. The quarry's got plenty of water, and we have plenty of fish food in there. So let's just bob. Sorry, I'm laughing because we're going out to sea. Let's put Bob to here, and we have, don't fall in the water, what's that, 5 pallets. So the trout are in the blue ones, I'm guessing, and they're grey. I am partially colourblind, believe it or not, so it is hard to sort of differentiate between them. So if we have a look on here, is it just going to be salmon and trout? Yeah, so salmon, not selling them at all because we can get 11,700 and we're currently 9.5 is probably the best we've been offered there. And the trout is, we've gone past them. Let's find the trout there. 7,200 and 5,000. So yeah, so we're leaving a lot of money on the table if we were to sell these now. And what I would like to try to see is, can you actually, yeah, you can see all the fish in here. Is there a better way to have a look in these? I don't know a much better way. Let's go like this. That's cool. I really like the fish side of all this. Being able to see all the animals. Oh, look at that. That's firing the fish food out. So it must be if you don't put... Hey, I didn't know that. So this is because I've got it set so that we're bringing food over to them and doing it, because you can do it without the food. And then it must be this side as well. That's doing the same. And the fish, are they just going round and round in circles trying to find the food? Right. Let's go like this, and we can walk along the top here for some reason. We'll go back to the house, we will sleep, and see what the morning brings us. Well, hey! Well, first off, good morning, welcome to February. We have stones. So, well, big stones, I should say. And loads of water. So it hardly uses any water to make these. We need the stonemason, which amazingly we've made that much money. You're all going to think that I've been putting all these in. That's what I wanted to buy. That's the planter I want to buy to put the soybeans and whatnot in. Oh, that's amazing. That can do fertilizer. Right, well, I'm going to have to buy that because I did say we were going to buy that. To get that. And then, I don't really want to buy it this episode, but we can go and buy the the stonemasons. What I'm going to do, we'll take this, we'll go load up these... I don't want to go forward. We'll go load up these stones. We'll take these over to the stonemasons so that in the next episode we can hopefully buy that and put them over there. Oh, and we've got another thing of wool coming. So where did I put the trailers over here? Which it is on the New Holland. So we're going to have to jump into here and take that off. Oh no, it was already off. I just hadn't moved the New Holland out of the way. We've got more eggs coming through. So let's turn that off. Let's jump onto here. So we'll move these stones, because I think, what have we done? We've only done one time lapse. There's that much running about to do that we haven't had much chance to do much work. We'll go get these stones, move them up to the stonemason. We can then jump into the New Holland. We can go get that planter. We can bring the planter back, and we have some seed and fertilizer to put into it. So to the stonemason, which way is the best way to go. I think regardless, looking at this, we can cut across here, but I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm going to say going left and towards the shop, although it's a bit backwards that we're driving away from it. I think that is the best way to go. So I'm just going to leave this here for now, because we're going to, in the next episode, we'll buy this, and then we need to put the stones over here. So what I do want to go and do, oh, we've got some more boxes there, is get this, we'll go get the planter, and we will bring the I get tongue-tied so much, it's infuriating. We'll go get the planter, we'll bring that up here, because we've got some seeds to put into it. And did I buy? Yeah, I did buy, didn't I? We can put on... Right, we'll have to get rid of the weight. We'll put the onion planter onto the front of the tractor, and we'll bring the planter back, and then we're all ready for when we move into planting season. And it may even be worth us looking at a set of rolls where it's only 2.5% yield bonus, but it's still better than nothing. It may even be worth buying a new field or something, but I just can't see. I want to get the stonemason because I want to focus on the castle. That's the big thing that I'd like to try and do, so that's why I'm holding off everything else. I have put some rolls into the game because you don't start with very many sort of to choose from. So to choose from, you literally have these two, and that's it. So we've got a 7.6 metres, a 9.4 metres, and a 12 metres. So that's probably the one that we would go for, which there isn't much to sort of change. You can go for bigger wheels, and you can go put some more lighting on. This was a possibility to go for. Box for stones, what's that? Oh, I thought the whole point of a roller is you're rolling in the stones. What's that on the back? Lighting. Ah, so that's your indicators and whatnot. So that's quite a nice little, there's some big chunky wheels. That's a nice little roller. But for 9.4 metres, and you spend an extra grand or two, you're getting 3 metres more, which makes a bit more sense. So, right, let's get the planter on the back, and then we'll take these back to the yard. We'll load it up with everything we have. Because we're not running precision farming. Hold on, there we go. Because we're not running precision farming, the soybeans do need fertilising, and need fertilising twice. So we are going to have to put the fert into the planter. So I reckon let's just pull this to here. Let's drop that off, and we'll go get that bag of seeds. Where I think, is it 22 litres of seed you can put in here? So it's not a lot, which is why I'm thinking let's fill this up first from this pallet that's there. So let's put our nose in like so. 27 litres, because we weren't too far off. We'll go put this in the shed with the cultivator and the sprayer, because when we do onions, I'm thinking we're going to have to store them in there, and especially if we do potatoes as well, we're going to have to store them in there, so it's all going to be sort of loose storage. Oh, that's brilliant. That's perfect to get the onion planter in there. I'm surprised there isn't a bigger one. So let's put that there. Now let's load up our planter. which this is very slow on the reverse. So let's put that on, and I'm hoping from the outside here, if we reverse up again the side of it, we'll be able to get the remainder of that pallet out. Which I'm going to guess it hasn't done because the top hasn't opened. Okay, I've moved the pallet, but the top still hasn't opened. But we're filling, so that's something's worked there. And we still haven't got it all in there. Let's go get this bag of fertiliser now. Obviously we're full of seed, so we can pull out the seed drill. That's obviously not going to fill it, but we can pull out our drill now and look to fill that up with all the seed, because I'm just trying to make the yard look a lot neater, not having things laid about all over. I love this texture here of the rocks on the side, you know, on the side there. So let's swing this in like so. That can just stay there. Let's go get the drill on and we'll get these two loaded up. And interestingly, let's just have a look, because I've just seen something in there. This silo's empty, but we still do have remnants there saying wheat empty, but there's still some remnants of wheat there and some barley there, so we may have to get that cleaned up because we don't want mice in that turning into the yard. But right, I'm going to pull this seed drill out and we'll just try and get all this seed into here just so that we're looking tidy. Seed bag number 1. Let's fill. And now let's go get number 2. And pallet number 2. So let's get that filled up. And that hasn't used the whole of the pallet, which is fine. So right, let's reverse this in. And I don't think there's much more to do in this month now, bar waiting. So let's swing this round like so. That was a fairly tight turn, wasn't it? We've got that in no dramas. So drop that off. Right. Animals, I probably already checked, but they're fine. Chickens are fine. Sheep are fine. Productions. There are loads available. I would like to have a look at. I'm sure, was there a coal one? So that's the one that's already on the map. Vegetables, tailor shop, stonemason. So we're going to get that. Fish food factory. That's what I'd like to get as well. Which we do need some canola. Well, canola, olive oil, which we won't be doing. Rice oil, which I don't think I'll do that. So it's either going to be canola or sunflowers. Carpentry, maybe a good one to go for because we haven't built furniture. I may actually go for the carpentry. And the bakery, which if we went down cakes, we would have to do, we could do goats instead, I don't know. Right, well, I presume that there isn't much more to do. So I think, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.